Now I feel like I'm watching draws all the time with Dookie streaks.
Let me count mine, you know. Ask me what I'm doing, just grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them. Be more bins, tryna reach the next plateau. And I can't stop till I achieve my goals. Keep a couple feet inside the photos. So official with the vibe, if you kick up my zone. Hold on for a minute, let me count mine, you know.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, the Ignorant Crier, and I'm back with another video. What's up, So?
Hey, what's up, guys?
You look fabulous today. I always say.
You look good too.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like a brother that don't try. I don't try, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, today we are about to do this video, man, about things that we notice about each other, things that we used to do before we actually met, and how things have changed, if things have changed since we actually been together.
Yes.
And now led to us actually living together in the same city and state. Also, guys, after this video, go follow me on TikTok. My TikTok is The Real Crier Family. I will put that post right here, or at the end of the video. So are you nervous about this? Because we don't have our phones in front of us.
I'm a little nervous, yeah, because it's off the top of the dome, so.
That's why I said we don't have our phones in front of us. We're not reading, and it's not a Q&A, but we wanted to do this video for you guys because, on a personal note, I know you guys still have a lot of questions and stuff, and we're gonna give you guys some of those today, guys. Tell you guys our experiences and things like that. So my hands are sweaty, my palms are sweaty.
All right.
I don't know why. Don't forget, follow me on TikTok, The Real Crier Family. So you want to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
So this is pretty much before I met Damien versus after I met Damien. So the first one I'm gonna say off the top of the dome, before I met Damien, sleeping. I would be sleeping alone, in a bed peacefully and just alone. Sometimes we would fall asleep on the phone together, but for the majority of the time, I was mostly alone in my bed. And now that I'm with Damien, I get to go to sleep with cuddles, kisses. I get to lay on his chest, and it's just different. It's more it just feels better, It feels loving. That's one thing. Before I met you versus after, I used to be lonely, sleeping alone, just on the phone. So now I get to fall asleep with my man.
Hey.
So that feels good.
Yeah, dude. So, when I met So, or before I met So, let's say before I met So, because we talked for a while before we actually met, guys. Believe it or not, we talked for a very long time before we actually met face to face. And so during the duration of while we were talking and getting to know each other, one of the things that I used to do was, obviously, I was single, very single. I wasn't dating anyone. I wasn't really going to dinner, to the movies. So what I was saying was I was always at home. I wasn't going on dates. I wasn't going to dinner. I wasn't taking no females out. I wasn't going to the movies with no females. None of that stuff. Hanging out with me. So now versus back then, I actually go to the movies. Not as much as we should be going, but we do go to the movies a lot more. This is the most I've actually went to the movies in my entire life.
I think we went to the movies a lot more before because, the baby was still in my belly.
Yeah.
Or the baby wasn't here yet. So now we don't go as much because we obviously do have a newborn baby or an infant.
Yeah, and then back then we went to the movies so much because we were under a lot of pressure, guys. Not just the baby being in So-So's stomach, but we was under so much pressure because we would try to get everything in a matter of 2 to 3 days. Sometimes So-So.
Even when I came over.
Yes, I think So-So came down. One time she stayed for 5 or 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
But one time it was we had that hurricane. They kept canceling
yeah.
flights.
Then I got stuck.
And I had to go back to the airport and actually pick her up. She was like,
Because they canceled my flight. They canceled all the flights, actually.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that I noticed versus now and back then. We go to the movies a lot more. Even though, like I said, I would like, well, I'm going to say Soso would like to go to the movies a lot more. She is a movie fanatic. And I knew this before she moved here.
Yeah.
I knew this. She loves the movies. Even if it's stuff for younger children.
Yeah.
She would go out of her way to make sure that she took her baby to that movie. And so something hasn't really changed.
Okay. Another thing, so before I met Damien, I can honestly say I was not cooking or eating at home as much as I do now. So I used to just like go get takeout all the time. Like I can just run quick to like what? Popeyes real quick, Burger King, Wendy's, whatever, like Chick-fil-A. I would just go get me quick takeout, come home, eat, like it'd be fine. Like I didn't have to do too much. But now, after I met Damien and then we lived together, I want to say I eat way more home cooked meals. I'm preparing meals way more than I ever had before. Eating at home, cooking, and I actually really enjoy it. So I can't complain. I love it. I would rather have a home cooked meal over takeout any day. So that's one thing I noticed. It's great.
Okay, and the next thing I noticed, kind of piggybacking off of what you just said, now versus back then, when I was single, you guys might have seen cooking videos on the Cryer family, but you didn't see them every day. Because I have to be honest with you guys, I wasn't cooking. Who cooks every single day?
A lot of people do.
Every day. I was
Yes.
going out, and where I lived at the time, there was a lot of taco stands and stuff. And I used to always get like the $1 or $2 tacos, street tacos. It's what they call them, street tacos. And a few times Soso came down, I actually took her over to my old hood to the taco stand, and she actually really liked the tacos.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
She just didn't like the grease and stuff that be in the wrapping. But one thing that I've noticed now versus back then, you guys know I'm known for cooking collard greens. You guys know that, it's no secret. Ever since Soso has been here, even before she moved in, I was making my own greens. And I'm gonna tell you, I thought I was the stuff. She's like, babe, your greens are fire, they're good. And you guys know I was using water to boil my greens because I thought that's what the heck did it. I was using water in my pot roast because that's how I was taught to do it. But she brought a whole different flavor. So ever since we've been together, I've not cooked a green. She takes the greens, she makes the greens, she makes the pot roast. I step back, I let her do her thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I'm spoiled now. So that's one thing I noticed back then versus now. You guys, I have not cooked a pot roast, not once since Soso's been here. I have not made greens, smoked turkey legs, not once. She makes it. So that's one of the things I noticed. I enjoy it.
Okay. So before I met Damien, I used to go to sleep regular. Like I try to, maybe earlier I said the same thing. I like to go to sleep, peacefully. I didn't have to worry about nobody else being in the bed or anything. It'd just be me. I go to sleep lonely, which is not a bad thing. Go to sleep lonely. Maybe just be on the phone scrolling on, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, social media, obviously. And, that's how I would just go to sleep. Now, I gotta sleep sometimes with one eye open watching Damien because he will get super close to me if we cuddling or whatever, and he'll just start snoring super loud in my ear. And I gotta be like, babe, wake up. Like, you too loud. So.
And I have to actually turn over the other way. I'll be on fire. I'll be on fire.
So before, I used to just go to sleep regular. And now, I go to sleep sometimes and Damien is snoring super loud in my ear. So that's different, Not complaining, I'm just one eye open, like, I know he about to snore within a couple minutes.
Yeah. Sometimes I actually catch myself because if I know...
Really?
Well, sometimes if I know that I just dozed off, I can feel your pillow move, and I can feel that you turn around. I open my eyes real quick, and I'll be like, "Was I asleep?" And she'll be like, "You were snoring."
Yeah.
So sometimes I kind of catch myself before she actually says anything.
You've been doing kind of better though, because we have a humidifier now for the baby in the room, and I think it's actually helping him.
Yep.
Because it's not as bad as it was.
I think the humidifier is actually really making a big difference.
Yeah.
And plus we sleep with our door closed, so all the vapes from the humidifier actually stay in the room, which is really good. So one thing that I noticed from when I was single till now,
Or before you met me.
or before I met
But
you,
yeah, same thing.
when me and So started talking, said we spent, God, countless months on the phone talking before we actually met each other. Now, when I say met, like in person, we FaceTimed each other. So hates FaceTiming. She hates it. But, you know, we talked for months before we even laid eyes on each other in real life. Was that So be at work, and I know that she's going to call at a certain time because it's an hour difference where she's from than here. And one of the things I noticed is I used to sleep as late as I wanted. And she would call me on her lunch break, all jittery. Hey, babe, good morning. How was your day? All jittery. I'm like, hello. And so now I don't really sleep like that anymore. Like, I'm up every day now. So I'm up when I consider early, even though it's still kind of late, but I'm up between 8 and 8:30 now, even though that's still half of the morning gone. I'm still up earlier now than I was. Like, where was I? Almost 11:30?
Yeah.
And then when she called, I'd be like, oh, I gotta get on. And then I would be rushing her off the phone. Like, babe, I gotta get off the phone, so I gotta get to work. But yet, she's the one who waiting for her waking me up. Like, so now I don't do that anymore. Even though we together now and we live together, like, nothing's actually rushed anymore. I take my time. I'm a lot more calmer now. And then when I get off the phone from rushing her off, from calling me on her lunch break, I would feel so bad. I would text her and be like, hey, I'm sorry about earlier. She'd be like, you're fine, babe.
Good. you know how it is when you at the 9 to 5. You gotta get up early. If you have kids, you gotta get them to school, all that good stuff. Gotta go to work, and you're not drinking coffee, you're drinking tea, caffeine. So, like,
Yeah.
So let me think. So something I used to do before I met Damien versus after now. I used to find myself, before I met Damien, life was life was good, don't get me wrong. Like, I had a pretty good life before I met Damien. Like, he didn't come into my life making me happy. I was already happy before I met him. So it just brought us together and made more happiness. But what can I say? Before I met Damien, I used to do a lot of solo things. So that can be like going to like a restaurant, bar, the lounge. I would go out to go watch my Eagles game, out to eat. A lot of times I'd be alone. Sometimes I would go out with my friends, but not often. So I was pretty much almost like a loner in that sense. But when I met Damien, it brought way more fun. Damien is extremely silly, so it's like a lot of laughter, a lot of happiness when we were going out. We did go out to a couple restaurant bars together. We played pool together, darts. We did meet a lot of people in the bar. It's like he's way more social than I am. So pretty much before I met him, I was like a loner, shy. I didn't really talk to a lot of people. After I met him, when I'm around him, it's like easier to talk to people, open up, be more outgoing. So, I can say that.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that I used to do before So met, got together, that's changed for me, is I used to go out by myself to eat at restaurants. And I would tell So when we talked on the phone, because when we first started talking, we didn't talk every day. We talked, once a week, once a month or so, something like that. And it wasn't.
When we first met, I think it was like once every few weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks sometimes at a time.
Yep, so we didn't talk every day. But one of the things I used to do when we did talk, she would ask me how I've been doing, what I do today. I'm like, well, I went to this restaurant, Chili's. It was like, oh, you and the kids? I'd be like, nope, just me. And I used to always tell her, after we started progressing and getting more aggressive with our relationship, that I wanted a family. And I used to I want a family. And then when I finally got a family, I think to myself, I didn't know how to handle it. I was kind of moody, I guess you could say.
Really?
I was a little moody because I was like, I don't want to, so would tell you, when she used to fly down here, I used to do things and she'd be like, why are you doing that? She walking out, the whole house smelled like bleach.
That was pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and so now that she's here, it's like, I backed up off trying to bleach every day and go on toilet every few seconds. Because men, we stand up when we use the restroom. Women don't stand when they use the restroom, so I try to make sure that I'm being considerate. So now that she's here, I'm not as tight anymore when it comes to being nervous. It has been a long time since I've actually, lived with someone. It's been a lot of years. And so I wanted it, but when I got it, I didn't know how to handle it. So now I'm more happier now, I'm more relaxed. But I used to do so much stuff by myself, fishing, going out to eat. So be like, what are you making today? And I'd be like, well, I'm frying some chicken, and she would, or pork chop, she would literally get on me about frying or eating so much pork. Not that she was trying to control me, but she didn't want me eating so much pork. And so one of the things that I've changed from we were just talking to now we're officially together is that I really don't eat a lot of pork anymore. And I'm actually really glad. So I can feel it in my body, like I'm not, like the blood pressure is not crazy anymore like it was. And so that's a really good thing.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with eating pork. I just don't think you should consume large amounts of it. And that's with anything. Not just pork, beef, chicken, whatever, turkey. It's all the same. Don't consume large amounts.
Yeah.
But let me see. So, dang, I don't know. I don't really know, babe. I think that's oh wait, I got one.
You see that came with one, y'all.
So before I met Damien, laundry was a lot lighter. Like, I think women clothing is like so much smaller and thinner material and stuff than men's clothing. Now when we do laundry, it just seems like it's so much laundry. Like, I don't know if it's the combination of like having like a whole family now, like the kids and my stuff and his stuff. We wash all the laundry together, just separate from the infant daughter stuff. But it just seems like it's so much laundry. Like, I feel like my laundry used to be like really small. Like, it should be like a couple things. Like, my clothes are super small, kind of. And I just wash my bed sheets, it should be a lot less laundry. So now I feel like I'm washing drawers all the time with dookie streaks. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Men don't wear white boxers, especially if you're in a relationship. Wear dark colored boxers.
I'm just joking, guys.
I think for the most part, when Soso says like a lot of laundry,
yeah, it's a lot of laundry.
We have one laundry basket in there. So when that laundry basket gets full, to us, that is a lot of laundry. But yeah. So, were you finished?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because I kind of jumped all in there.
No, you're fine.
So one of the things I noticed from then to now that likes to be on the phone, so. One of the things I always, it's a man's thing, so don't y'all be trying to drown me. I'd be like, what you wearing? Like, not in a sexually way, but what you wearing today? She knows I'm a fanatic for blue jeans. She know I love when she wear jeans. So I'd be like, what you got on? Her favorite word, I'm just regular degular. I'd be like, nah.
Regular degular, like nothing too crazy, like
Nah.
simple, something simple, cute.
Nah. So I would play it off. I'm like, oops, I accidentally pressed the FaceTime button. So, and she'll answer the phone. I'd be like, thought you looked at regular degular. So I am regular degular. And I would always be like, who looked at you? So right now, today, I still ask the same things. But even right now, today, that's the like humor for us both. It's something that's, I guess that hasn't changed. But I will say this. I talked about a lot of stuff that hasn't changed, but I never talked about the stuff that has changed. So I have happiness in my life. Like every other human being on this face of this earth, everybody has small issues in their relationship, whether it's the television remote, you can't find it and it was right there, or what is those baby wipes at? They were right here. Or we're out of bottled water. I just bought some yesterday. So I'm more relaxed now. I'm more happier now. I want our child to be here. I didn't want the long distance with our child. I wanted So to be here. And I'm really happy because she didn't rush to come to Houston. She did not rush to come here. She wasn't one of those people who just says, okay, I'm coming. Oh no, it didn't happen like that, bro. So a lot of great things has happened. Like I said, I'm more relaxed. I sleep better. And guys, believe it or not, y'all finna laugh. I was always the one who stays up to 2, 3 in the morning watching television. Yo, I'm in the bed, man, at 8:30, 9 o'clock.
We be tired.
I'm in the bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock.
I didn't know that.
So it's actually been a really, really big help too. So, but that's pretty much all I have for you guys. You got anything else?
I have one more.
They always say the best for last.
I did, back then, guys, I used to have to drive myself everywhere, like all the time. Like, I had to drive here, drive there, never really got a break. But now, guys, I'm a passenger princess. So before, I had to drive everywhere, sometimes hours long. Like, I used to have to drive an hour to work every single day. Like, every single day, there and back, an hour, sometimes over that. And now, I'm just a little passenger princess. I don't have to drive anywhere. That's it.
Yep, that's it. So guys, let us know if you enjoyed this video, man. I know I really enjoyed this video. It's like when I think about doing something, man, and I actually sit down to do it, I have more fun and more laughs actually doing the video than you guys ever would believe, man. But I love doing content like this. But you guys let us know if you guys enjoy content like this, because we got a whole lot more for you guys. But anyway, don't forget to go follow me on TikTok. The Real Crier Family, guys. I love you guys. Anything else you got to say, babe?
Peace.
Peace out, y'all. Thanks for watching.